Hello student, I am Assistant Professor Varsha Chaudhary from School of Engineering and Technology, Maharishi University, Noida campus. In today's lecture, we will see what is cyber security and their different aspects. So, in the very first slide, this is the table of content where we will see overview of cyber security, cyber threats, types of cyber threats, cyber attacks, and various types, cyber war, cyber crime, and cyber terrorism. So, before we start what is cyber security, we need to understand what is cyberspace. So, cyberspace is a virtual environment where people can communicate, share the data, sending the different mails and information from by using a different computer systems. Because we work in the cyber space, there are lots of advantages like different advantages provided by the cyberspace. There are various kind of cyberspace like the public cyberspace, private cyberspace, business cyberspace, and social cyberspace. Okay, there are various advantages of that, like by using digital communication, we can communicate in the global level. Economically growth we can achieve, access the information and enhance the communication process. Because the whole process is a digitization, so we need to secure our data. There is some limitation of a cyberspace, like there are various attacks can be possible, risk assessments and privacy concerns and ethical challenges in the cyberspace. So to protect that space, we need a concern and we need a cyber security. Okay. So in the definition, what is a cyber security? A cyber security is a protection of digital system, network, devices, and data from the unauthorized access, attacks, or damage. We need to concentrate on this word, unauthorized access. What is unauthorized access? Means that the person who do not have access to a particular information or a data. If someone try to access our data without the privileges, okay. So how to protect that data? We can protect our data by using different techniques. So what is the basic objective of key cyber security? There are the three basic terms: confidentiality, integrity, and ability. So this is basically known as a CIA threat. All right. The first point here, ensuring data is accessible only to the authorized user. It means that if we give the privileges or if we give the access to a particular user, so that person can only access our data, not other. Okay. And the second one is this integrity. Integrity means that it is a set of rules or correctness which is known as, or the data must be accurate and in the readable format. Okay. And the third point is ensure that information and systems are accessible when it is needed. It means that data must be available. If someone wants to access, if someone who has the access, who want to access our data that have particular privileges, they must be access those data. So this is the cyber security definition. These are the objective. And why cyber security is important? Why we need of that? So there are various importance are there, like preventing data breach and cyber attacks, providing infrastructure where multiple users can communicate to each other, and securing digital economics. All right. These are the main motive of cyber security. All right. Now, what is cyber threat? As here mentioned, cyber threats refers to the malicious activity targeting information system. Malicious activity means that generate such kind of a software or a code that harms our stored data, files, or corrupt that data, these kind of activity is known as a malicious activity. Like if someone want to gain the access of the system and use that data for different unauthorized activities, or we can say that for they can access our data to gain like malicious activity, or we can say therefore they can use the same data for ransomware calls and phishing activities and so many things. Okay, so we need to secure our data. There are various kind of cyber threats like cyber warfare, cyber crime, and cyber terrorism. What is a cyber warfare? It is known as a digital attack between the nation to disrupt the critical infrastructure or gain strategic advantages. All right. The second point here is that what is a cyber crime? Cyber crime means that it is a illegal activities. It is a illegal activities such as like hacking, take the information from the users and misuse those data for their personal uses. So these kind of activities is known as a cyber crimes. Apart from that, there is one more term is a cyber terrorism, using digital means to causes fear or damage to the national security or a public safety. All right. So these three are very basic terms and related to the cyber threat. We will see various kind of cyber threats. First one is a malware. As we discussed in the previous slide, it is the software that harm or exploit computer system by using the different. These are the different types or examples of the malware like virus, worms, Trojan horse, ransomware, and spyware. Okay. As we know that virus, the full form of virus is vital information resource under siege, is the basic and the first example of malware. Virus, as I told, the full form of virus is a vital information resource under siege. This is the software where it is a code that attach itself another piece of the software and comes to the computer system and corrupt the file. Okay. Second one is worm. When the worms malware come, it is a repeated system. It generates the code again and again and full the memory of a computer system. So this kind of threat is known as a worm. What is a Trojan horse? Trojan horse basically is a legitimate software. It uses by the hacker to gain the access of a particular system or a particular user. And then is the ransomware. Ransomware means that it took some money to release the secure data from the users. And the last one is a spyware. Okay. So these are the basic examples of the malware. Now, what is a phishing? Phishing is a cyber crime where the criminal trick people and giving away the personal information or money. All right. Where there are various kind of phishing available like email phishing, smashing is there, one of the example of spear phishing. All right. So apart from these, there are some other phishing like clone phishing is also there, where the hackers or attackers just directly give the link or unnecessary emails to the particular user to gain the access. Now the third one is the denial of service. In this attack, aim to the making machine or network resource unavailable to the intended users. It means that they occur some medium or error are there so that the particular person cannot access their data. All right. One of the example of denial of service is distributed denial of service attack. All right. Now the third threat is an insider attack. As you mentioned here, threat that originate from within the organization involving with the help of their employees. So this kind of attack is known as a insider attack. Example of insider attacks are data theft and others. Okay. The last one is a MITM. It means that man in middle attack. Okay. This kind of attack where the insects and release the message between the two parties. It means that they come in the between of the communication, and the sender thinks the particular repeat. The sender thinks the particular receiver sent the data, but it is not. The hacker send that data. All right. So one of the example is the session hijacking. Now we understand that what is a cyber threat. Now there is one more term. What is a cyber attack? There is a little bit difference between the cyber threat and cyber attack. Okay. So what is a cyber attack? Cyber attack is an attempt to damage or gain the access for a computer network or particular system. All right. It can be possible for an individual system, individual user, or it can be for a complete network or a complete organization. All right. So there are various kind of cyber attacks like malware, as we discussed in the previous slide, phishing, ransomware, denial of services, man in middle, cryptojacking, SQL injection, and last one is the exploits. Okay. These all are the types of cyber attack. Now move to the next. Here in this slide we will discuss life cycle of a cyber attack, how hacker or attacker attack to the particular system or a user to gain the access. They first start with the target, the identification and the selection. First they target a particular user or organization where they want to attack on data. Then after the planning and preparation for that, in the third, they put the malware accusation or social engineering on that particular organization, and then they deploy that particular code. It is possible they can be deploy the virus, the worms, or Trojan horse and anything else. If there is some security point, then we can stop that attack and secure our data. If the security concerns are not there, then there is a possibility to happen an attack. How to recover from that? We can detect by using different antivirus and other software, prevail and stop that. Okay. So this is the basic life cycle of cyber attacks. As we discuss here the two different terms, cyber threat and cyber attack. So I earlier said that there is a small difference between is that cyber threat and cyber attacks. A cyber threat refers to any potential malicious activity that could be harm a computer system or a network. All right. And where the cyber attacks means that a cyber attack is an actual execution. There is a could be and there is an actual execution. All right. Of that threat, like hacking into the system, steal the data, gain the access of a particular system, and took some money or unnecessary harm to the user or organization. All right. It is happened and it is a could be. Come to the next slide. What is a cyber warfare? So the definition is cyber warfare is a series of cyber attack that can target the country or organization to gain the strategic advantages. It can also be called a cyber war. All right. Here is not only the target of the one system, they target the complete organization, or it can be a complete country. Some of the examples of cyber war here: attack on the critical infrastructure like power grid, communication system, disrupting the government operation and military system. What is the impact on that? It can cause the national security threat, economically instability, and the loss of public trust. This is known as a cyber war. Now, another important concept of the cyber security is a cyber crime. What is a cyber crime? Cyber crime is a criminal activity conducted through the computer and the internet by using, basically cyber crime is happen online where the digital systems are involved are there. What are the different examples of cyber crime? Like identity theft, phishing, hacking, cyber terrorism, ransomware, and the last point is that, okay, stealing the data, information and intellectual property for the economic gain. Let's discuss each and every points, examples of there. Like, what is the identity theft? Stealing the someone information or entity or identity and using that entity for the our financial gain is known as a identity theft. The second one is a phishing. As we discussed already, phishing means that tricking the pupil into the sharing sensitive information by using the fake email, text, phone call, and job fraud kind of email and other things as well, right? Hacking means that hack the computer system of a particular user by using various malicious websites is known as a hacking. Cyber terrorism means that using computer system and disrupt the computer network and personal systems, right? As I already said that ransomware is a encrypting a victim files and demanding payment to decrypt them. It means that convert user file into the some other format so that the particular user cannot access that file. For accessing that file, the hacker demands some kind of money and some kind of amount to release that data. So this is known as a ransomware. All right. What is the impact of all of that? It may be possibility of the privacy concern. It may be the financially losses and reputation damage. So this is the basically known as a cyber crime, and these are the different types and examples of cyber crime. Last is the cyber terrorism. Cyber terrorism, also known as digital terrorism, is defined as disruptive attack by the recognized terrorist organization against the computer system. All right. What are the example of cyber terrorism? Attack on the critical infrastructure like energy, transportation system, financial system, economical systems. Then spread the terror-related propaganda online. What are the disadvantages, or we can say that what are the impact on that? It may affect national security threats, public safety, and global stability. All right. Why we need a particular authority or a nodal authority to control the cyber system? Because it is required to secure a data on the digital platform. We can achieve by using the policy implementation, cyber security awareness, incident management, and regulation enforcement. So by using all of these, we can achieve a cyber security. Now, how to protect yourself or how to protect your data online? Here are the some points. By using this, we can protect ourselves on the cyber space. All right. First one is a make strong password and multi-factor authentication, MFA. By using a strong password, like password cannot be a very simple like 1 2 3 4 5 or just your name or your date of birth. A strong password must be contain 8-bit long. It must include some special characters, some of the small letters, some of the capital letter, and it must be a unique combination so that hacker cannot hack easily that password. Second one is a regularly update the software. It is also very important to achieve or prevent from the cyber attacks. Install the firewall. Third point is install the firewall and antivirus software. Firewall provide the access and stop penetrate intruder to a particular secure system. So we need to install firewall and then install the antivirus. Antivirus software is also provides also prevent viruses or unauthorized access. So we need to install these two on the regular basis. Then educate the people, educate the employees and people and user to how to prevent by the cyber threat or cyber attacks. All right. Encryption means encrypt sensitive data. Encryptions means the original code it changed in some other language so that the hacker or attacker cannot hack or attack that or they cannot read that particular file. If suppose there is some masses like 1, 2, 3, V, A. If we convert into the some other language like 1 is replaces with the 2, 2 replaces with the 3 and 3 replaces with the 4, V replaces with the A and A replaces with the E. So the original data can be changed into the different language, like plain text is converted into the ciphertext and the receiver and ciphertext is converted into the plain text. So hacker cannot easily hack that data. All right. Now the next point is here. We have to be back up a particular data on the regular basis, monitoring the network continuously, then secure mobile devices by using various techniques, develop and test the incident responses, then restricted the physical access, and last point is the ensure legal and regulatory compilation with the cybersecurity standard and audits. So these all points are very much required to make a secure cyber space. This is the references for this PPT. Thank you. Apart from that, the Indian government is also provide various sites and they took various initiatives to secure data and awareness program to aware the particular user. For some of the examples of government initiatives are Cyber Jagrukta Divas, Stay Safe Online Programming, Cyber Surakshit Bharat, Cyber Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So these are the initiatives provided by the government of India so that a particular user, a person, any citizen of India can protect yourself from the cyber attacks and cyber threats. So this is the all about today's class. In next lecture, we will see difference between various attacks and how to prevent them and how to prevent yourself by hacker and multiple things also. Thank you.